So the Department of Employment and Labour will investigate all farms in Robertson in the Western Cape for the employment of alleged illegal foreign nationals. This is after clashes between Basotho and Zimbabwean nationals regarding work opportunities around the Robertson farm near Cape Town. Department of Employment and Labour's Provincial Chief Inspector David Esau joins us for more on this. Thank you very much for availing yourself, Mr. Esau, this afternoon. What's the scope of the investigation?
Good afternoon, and good afternoon to your viewers. The scope of the investigation is to determine compliance to our laws, especially the issue of permits, corporate permits, where employers need to bring people from other countries into South Africa, and to do that they need a corporate permit that's signed off from the Department of Home Affairs.
You note that employers are vicariously liable if they are aware of illegalities, and you'll make sure that you will enforce this. In a case that an employer is not aware that somebody is in the country illegally, what then happens?
Well, the onus is on them to prove to us that they didn't know, because when you enter into a contract of employment, that's one of the requirements, is to determine whether the person is legally in the country or not. And if they can't prove that, then we hand them over to Home Affairs to deal with that matter.
This issue of corporate visas that the department speaks of, according to your records, are you aware that they were given to any of these nationals?
Our records indicate that we have not received any applications in that region. We have gone through our records, and it seems to us that the recruitment process is left over to labor brokers, so that the farmers don't take the responsibility as employers, but rather leave that responsibility to labor brokers. And to us, that's a major problem.
How then will you solve this, right? So you speak of labor brokers. There's a number of parties that are involved. It's them, it's the farm owners, it's the workers. It's quite a precarious situation from the outside looking in.
Yeah, because, and again, as you have indicated, the primary responsibility would be on who signed the contract with the workers. And clearly these workers will indicate to us who the employer is. But also secondly, that the farmer could not have allowed people on their premises without being legally in the country. So they must also take responsibility.
How far and wide is this situation? I mean, it was brought to our attention because of the violence that we saw between the Basotho and Zimbabwean nationals in the week. According to your knowledge, at least, how far and wide is the problem?
It's a problem that creeps up every time when the Western Cape goes into a harvesting season. And the Western Cape is unique in the sense that there are different regions which has harvesting seasons. So these people are being used by labor brokers and move around to ensure they have employment for the whole year. And therefore, I believe the responsibility rests with the person who bring those people in with the promise that it will be a full-time employment for the whole year. And they should know that you need a corporate permit.
We understand.
And therefore, it's very, very critical to us.
Right. We understand that a meeting was held between the Department of Home Affairs, Immigration Services, the South African Police Services, and yourselves. Are you able to give us a debrief of what was discussed in that meeting?
First and foremost, we also had the municipality with us. This stems from meetings we had during last week, where we're trying to promote the services of the Department of Employment and Labour, which is to assist employers in the recruitment process. Whether it's scarce skills or not scarce skills, but at least you must show us an attempt that you have tried to recruit local labor before you bring in anybody else. And that was the engagement we had with the municipality. Subsequent to that, we then found out on Thursday that indeed they have not followed that process, which then began to spill over into what we are seeing now, is that people are becoming aware that government is moving into this region to make sure that laws are complied with. And that is very important to us. We have seen it grow now into the whole of the Witzenberg area, which is quite extensive, and therefore we're going to deploy quite a number of inspectors. The Department of Home Affairs will deploy quite a number of immigration officers, and the police will provide the protection to us, as we can see this thing become quite violent, and we need to protect our